بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam describes the Quran and Hadith like torrential rain. Rain that pours upon the land. And then he says, people are of two types. Some people are extremely barren and dry land, and some people are fertile grounds. We may have heard of this hadith before, I mentioned it in the past. But what I want to focus on here is, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Hidayah is like torrential rain, excessive downpour of water. And the people who receive this Hidayah are of one of two types. Either, in our mind, we can think of cement, or ground that has been fertilized, that is ready for cultivation. Now, to give you an example, if a person, and many people in this community, they garden in their homes. So you will notice that in your backyard, if you've never done any gardening and you've just left the ground as is, if it rains heavily one weekend, you'll come the next day and you'll notice, forget about vegetation, you'll see weeds grow everywhere. There's one weed sticking out over here, one sticking out over there, and then it rains again, and if you didn't take care of it, now instead of having just 1 or 2 feet, you have this entire jungle in the back that you have to worry about fixing up. But on the other hand, those people who garden, they'll have certain types of gardens. You'll have a tree over here, you have some leaves over there, you have some squash over here, you have some mint over there, you'll have some eggplants over here. When it rains and the rain is done, you go to the back and you say, SubhanAllah, today I didn't need to water it. Now even more fruits and plantation is going to come. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says Hidayah is very similar. Meaning Hidayah is rain that affects everyone. The Quran is being recited and everybody's listening to it. A person who's practicing and not practicing, everybody internalizes the hadith and the Quran. The difference, however, is some people are like fertile ground. When they listen to the Quran, they internalize it and then they bring forward vegetation and fruits. Other people, their hearts are so hard that when the water comes on it, not only does the water not affect it, rather worse yet, even weeds are going to grow from it. And that's why the hadith and the dua that we always recite is, Allahumma aftah aqfala qulubina bil Quran, that Ya Allah, open our hearts. We should never be deceived that just because I'm in the masjid, just because I'm coming for fajr, I'm coming to jama'ah, I'm coming for the salah, somehow I am benefiting from the Quran. Somehow I am benefiting from the hadith. There's a difference in Islam between ilm or ma'aloom and ilm nafi'. We're always asked to make dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa amalan mutaqabbala. That Ya Allah, I ask you for beneficial knowledge. And the ulama explain what is beneficial knowledge. It's when the knowledge that I hear, I'm able to translate it into practice. Because until that knowledge isn't translated into practice, it's like the water that you see on the cement. After heavy rain, if there is certain dips and depressions outside on the floor, you'll see after rain what happens is that pothole will gather a lot of water. But if you look just a few feet next to it, there's a fertile ground. The same rain fell on that as well. But that water went into the soil, nurtured the soil, nourished the soil, and now the soil took that water in and benefited from it. So when we listen to the Quran, we listen to the hadith, we listen to lectures, we listen to the Quran being recited, when it comes on our hearts, it'll have a benefit. Just like the cement, the water's there. But is it going to internalize? We need to make dua that, Ya Allah, grant me knowledge that is beneficial. So let's always make this dua, Ya Allah, grant us ilm nafi'a, beneficial knowledge, wa amalan mutaqabbala, and actions that are accepted. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.